I think the challenges have to do with two big issues that are interrelated. One is financial capability, people understanding what a pension is, what it can do for them, how to use it, how to participate, getting access, all of those questions. Given that the key way forward for low-income people is really going to be making this digital, then there's also a digital literacy component to that. The second interrelated issue is trust. How can I know that if I give you my money, that it's going to be there and available to me when I need it? And how can I know if I put this amount in, how much is going to come out on the other end? That's going to be true for anybody participating in a pension program, but especially someone who's living on the edge, who, if things go south, it's going to mean destitution. So there's no margin of error there. It has to be a completely trustworthy system. I'll go back to that issue of financial capability. So certainly providing the just-in-time education that people need about how to use a pension system in their own best interests. And by that I mean that financial education and literacy programs typically don't lead to action, and they don't necessarily result in people acting in their own best interests. And so there are some behavioral insights that help with things like automated programs with default options, for instance, as opposed to somebody having to make a decision every single time that they want to make a contribution. Other issues related to ease of making payments and things like that. And then related to that, again, in terms of building trust, there have been some studies that show if there are frequent messages that people get, even if it's just an SMS message on your phone, that confirm the payment that's been made and what is available to you right now, and gives that kind of assurance that that increases the usage and increases the coverage as well as the access. The book project is really useful because of the dialogue that it will begin. So bringing in all the different actors in the ecosystem, all the different public and private sector stakeholders, and getting them on board with a vision that, first of all, says that pension inclusion is possible, and that pensions need to be a vital part of the financial inclusion agenda. So right now, the financial inclusion world is focused on payments. In the past, there's been a focus on credit, to some extent savings, a little bit on insurance. Pensions have not been part of the mix. And so what needs to be understood is that if we're working toward financial inclusion, pension inclusion is an essential piece.